It's time for the narcissist to pay. Do they actually care what they have done to you? Does this even cross their mind? A narcissist doesn't think like this. What happens when they realize that they shouldn't have done those things to you? Watch this video because I'm going to explain all of it. Hello everyone and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in today's video, we are looking at the narcissist. What happens to them when they realize that they shouldn't have done what they have done to you? Or does that even cross their mind? Like, do they even think like this? And this is what I'm going to be looking at in the video. Now my friends, just really quickly before I get into the video, I do go live every single Tuesday, and if there is something on your mind or there's something that you are thinking about, I'd say come on over because I could be answering your question. And it's absolutely free, my friends, absolutely free. Just come on over, see what you think. I'd love to see you there. Okay, so this thought has often, I would imagine, crossed our minds. Like, does the narcissist even think about, or does it even go through their mind, okay, that maybe they shouldn't have done what they have done, or maybe they think like, oh my God, like this person now knows, like, oh, this is actually not good. Maybe I need to apologize. Maybe I need to make amends. No, just no. The narcissist doesn't actually think like this. They don't think in those terms. So what you have to realize is that you're not going to get an apology and you're not going to get closure. Okay, so those are the two things that you need to be able to move forward in your life. And these are the things that usually hold us back and make us feel like once I get these answers or once I know for sure, then I am able to move forward. But my friends, in these scenarios, in these toxic dynamics, a narcissist is not going to be doing this. They are not going to be vulnerable. They're not going to show themselves in that way. And one thing that you've got to realize, my friends, is that narcissists don't want to take accountability. They will do everything that they can to absolve any type of responsibility for their actions. Because look, if they take responsibility for their action, it means that they've got to change in some way. And a narcissist is not going to offer that type of information. They're not going to be that highly aware or intuitive to be able to offer some sort of change, some sort of remorse for their behaviors or for what they have done. In any case, what happens here is that they feel a lot of shame and guilt, but they're not going to show you this. I mean, like, why would they? Why would they make themselves vulnerable when they know that they have lost you, when they know that this relationship or this interaction is over? Why, just why are they going to be showing you how they actually feel? This is not what narcissists do. You see, this is why, like, they don't show any emotions. They don't show themselves. They don't bring themselves to the table. So this is why they're very easily able to detach from their behaviors, from what they have done. And in most cases, they lie to you because they know what they do is wrong. They know that their behaviors have certain implications, yet they don't want to show you. They don't want to actually show, or they don't want to take responsibility, or they don't want you to know that they know, because then again, that makes them vulnerable, that makes them weak. So they don't want to show you that this is exactly how they are feeling. And this is the annoying bit about narcissism, is that the narcissist will do everything that they can to deflect from the fact that they have done something wrong, deflect from the fact that they have these toxic behaviors. And even though you know and you can see it, you can see that they're lying, you know, you've got the proof right in front of you, they're still going to deflect because these are motivated by their own defense mechanisms. They know what they're doing is wrong. What, you don't think that they don't know what they are doing is wrong and how it's going to make you feel? And they know that there is implications for the way that they are behaving, yet they still do it. And that is because they don't have the empathy, they don't have that bandwidth. They have completely disconnected from who they are because they don't want to take that responsibility. So is a narcissist going to regret what they have done to you? No. I mean, like, I don't even feel like they even think like that. What they will do is they will try and deflect the blame onto you. They'll try, either it's you or somebody else. They're not going to take responsibility for their actions. And again, can you see, this is something that you need or you want in order for you to be able to move forward, yet you don't get it, yet it doesn't happen. So don't wait for this. Don't even wait for this to happen, because a narcissist is not going to do this. A narcissist is not going to show you or want to be able to admit to this. It is one of their things to deflect it, because again, they don't want to be triggered. They don't want to show that they are vulnerable. So for the narcissist, all of this counts on one major fact, is that if they can get away with it. And this is why they don't have these empathetic skills to be able to admit, to be able to take responsibility. They're just constantly deflecting what is going on. A lot of the time, when they notice or when they know that they have done wrong and you haven't responded in the way that you should have done, they will project and they will say that it's you. It's you that should have done something or didn't conform in a certain way. And so they will externalize the blame and say that you have done it. I think a lot of the times when this does happen, there is a lot of smear campaigning. It is about deflecting the attention on them, and ultimately it's putting up a show so that everybody else thinks that you are the issue, that there's something wrong with you. Again, this is deflecting all of the attention, all of the blame on them. And you see, this is a very childish, very immature behavior, because they don't have the bandwidth to introspect and think, okay, how is my behavior, how is the way that I am bringing myself to the table, like how is my behavior affecting another person? This does not cross their mind. So please don't think that they're suddenly going to think, oh, you know, maybe I need to change, maybe something needs to be different. That's not what they will do. It is always about saying that you are the issue. It's about putting the blame elsewhere. Again, no responsibility. And that's why it is easier for them to walk away. That's why they get new supply. It's easy for them to do that. So please don't think that suddenly they're going to come to their senses and they're going to be able to explain to you or kind of articulate why certain things are coming up and why certain things are happening. They don't do things like this. So it's very much up to you to see past this, to see through this, to know that even though you are in the midst of like this smear campaign that's going on, it is not your fault and it's not for you to put right. I know it's a very difficult situation when this does happen, because like, oh, you know, when somebody's saying awful things about you, like, it is the worst. It's so hard to like not react, but that really is what you need to do, is not react, because the more that you do, the more it fuels the narcissist. And ultimately that's what they're looking for, is they are looking for you to validate them in some way, for you to feel awful, and that's where they get their pleasure. That's where they get their validation, knowing that you still care, knowing that it's still affecting you. Yeah, of course it's not fair. Of course it's awful. Of course you don't deserve any of this. But at the end of the day, you know what? These individuals behave for these certain reasons that we have talked about in this video, and they're not about changing. They're not going to change. They're not interested in that. So this is where you have to take your own energy, your own power back, and understand that you are not going to get what it is that you want, that you are looking for. This person is not going to validate you and kind of say to you, oh, this is what's wrong, that's what's happened. That's not going to happen. This person is all about putting you down and making you feel awful. So you need to realize that this is all about you and how you now go forward, how you move forward in this situation. You see, you're the one that's important here. The narcissist will swing back and come back around. They do, always, eventually. So this is where you then put your boundaries in, and where it is that you are on this journey, to know that you matter and that you are the most important. and not to let anyone take advantage ever again. If you are someone that is going through this, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. If you're interested, please see the description box for more details. Also, do you know what? This video will help you understand some of the topics, some of the things that I've talked about in this video. I've also got a journal club and a mentorship, and if you're interested in joining, again, please see the description box. And also I've got a Discord server, which is a community of like-minded individuals, people who have kind of like gone through similar things to what you have. And if you're interested in joining the community, the link is in the description box. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.